Doing this 360 video for the hospital path. Now you see here, this is a common buckthorn. It's an invasive species, and well, it's a pioneer species as well. But if we were to do a forest garden, we'd have to ideally remove all of them. And as you can see here on the other side, there's more buckthorn over there. And let's see what we got in terms of herbs. There's some oxeye daisy, and this might be sumac or it might be something else. It's hard to tell until they're flowering. Or, for instance, same leaf structure can be found on this as with black walnut, but if we were to plant our own black walnuts, then they would have to be like kind of a good seed bearing, because a wild black walnut has very small flesh and many compartments, but there's varieties that are good. Now over there I see a kind of, what's it called? Some kind of maple. I'm not sure which kind. Now over here we've got the biggest patch of unused space. So here we'd be able to plant bushes and shrubs with minimal interference. And where else? So this is more buckthorn, more black buckthorn, by the looks of it anyways. We'll be able to get 100% identification if the flowers come out, but otherwise that's what it looks like. So they usually have blackberries. Over here you can see a place that is very wet right now. Now this is a good sign. Oh look, and this is a little marshland. You can see there might be even some cattails here. Marshland is good. There's lots of things you can plant in the marshland, like elderberries and hawthorn, things like that. Maybe even sea buckthorn. And we can also put in a vernal pool, and the vernal pool will help with having frogs and salamanders, which are pivotal to the ecosystem. And so ideally we'd have the vernal pool over there, and then we would have a pipe going under the path over here, because obviously people don't want to walk through this. Or we could make a little bridge, I don't know, whatever's easiest. So the bridge would need extra maintenance. Let's see what else we got here. I'm not sure what kind of herbs these are that are growing. Like I said, I'll have to wait till the flowers to make a good identification. But here's a close-up of the leaf structure, if you can recognize them. And there's a thistle over there, and there's some carrot, wild carrot, Queen Anne's lace. So that's the herbaceous ground cover. So what do we got here? More buckthorn. Yeah, so this is a buckthorn thicket. Now buckthorn has blackberries, and they're laxatives. So you generally don't want to eat them. So I mean, ideally we'd cut all this out. But we don't have to do it right away. Like I said, we can first establish in these empty areas. Like over here is an empty area, and there's a stream, and this stream, well, it has some litter in it right now, but there's things you can plant along the stream that love river's edge. For instance, Apios americana. It's this type of potato, North American potato. And yeah, we can also plant sunflower potato, of course, which would be a good source of biomass. Now you see someone cut out those trees over there. I don't know, maybe they were invasive. I don't want to judge, or maybe it was just dead. But we can also plant some willows and hawthorns, elderberries, sand cherries. Lots of good food here. So this is actually, this area looks like the largest tract of undeveloped turf that we can develop with forest gardens. And so I think this should be probably the primary focus. And then after we get this area developed, then we can think about cutting out the buckthorn and stuff like that. You can hear the little brook over there. Oh, that's just beautiful. Okay, so yeah, I think this would be stage 1 over here, and then stage 2 would be that little thicket over there, and stage 3 would have to start cutting out the invasive species. But yeah, oh, see, here's another stream. So this would be another great area for a vernal pool. And we can put in a bat house. Now if we have a bat house, that means we're going to need to keep this area clear of other trees, so we can just have some low shrubs. And if we manage to like put in, like, say, a peat garden, then we could have blueberries and huckleberries and other acid-loving plants. So this is the riparian ecosystem here. You can see there's birds. Those look like pigeons. We could also put in nesting boxes. And oh, we got these power lines. I don't know if we got any empty ones, no. But power lines are great for bird boxes, but you gotta get the permission of whoever owns the power line. Oh, and this is the hospice, I believe. And so can probably add in a path for the hospice people. Just gonna speed this up so we keep it under 10 minutes. And ideally, I was thinking the path would go either to the hospice or to there. Otherwise, we'd have to get back up to the garden. I mean, to the hospital. But yeah, if we get the hospice's cooperation, then that would be ideal. And I don't know what they're planting over here on these beds, but we could help them out with getting some berry-loving species. And look, they have a vernal pool right here already. It's underdeveloped. So they can put one here. And actually, this would be a pretty ideal place for a bat box. Look, they got some birdhouses here as well. So yeah, this is kind of elevated, and it's a clear area, and it looks like they just have low shrubs. So this would be the ideal place for the bat box. And the bat box will help take care of mosquitoes and moths and other nighttime insects. So I guess ideally we'd have kind of a path that would go over there, and that way people could walk along, and then they could go up to the hospital grounds. All right. Oh, and look, there's another stream over here, and it looks like it also has cattails, which is great. And we can also add in more riparian ecosystem things along here. Okay, well, that's enough for this video. Hope you enjoyed it.